Somewhere between satire and science fiction, The Simpsons whispered something we weren't ready to understand. It wasn't a scream or a warning, just a quiet joke with claws beneath the laughter. In season 23, episode 17, Homer gets a job at a mysterious tech company called Mapple. It looks like Apple, smells like Google, but feels like something older, something colder and prophetic. Inside white glass walls, workers smile too hard, blink too little, and never leave their desks. They don't walk, they glide, like programs trapped inside a simulation they didn't choose to join. Homer is handed a sleek headset and told, "Welcome to the future, now obey it." It plays like comedy, but beneath the jokes, a blueprint for a digital cage disguised as paradise. The workers chant slogans like, "Think less, click more," and no one questions if it's ironic. Lisa senses something's wrong. She stares at the shimmering screen and whispers, "It's too perfect." That line hits harder today in a world where our lives scroll faster than we breathe. Everyone's connected, but no one's free. Tracked, nudged, filtered pixel by pixel, we trade freedom for ease. And somehow, The Simpsons saw it coming years before we sold our souls for screen time. Was it just a joke? Or were those yellow lines sketching the outline of our new masters? Because now, looking back, that cartoon office feels more real than the ones we actually work in. Homer starts loving his job not because it's fulfilling, but because it's frictionless and hypnotic. He doesn't notice the cameras anymore. He doesn't question the algorithm that decides when he eats. At one point, he asks a digital assistant, "Am I happy?" And it replies, "You will be." That line gave me chills, like hearing your favorite anime character smile just before everything falls apart. Outside, Springfield citizens worship their devices like holy relics, glass rectangles glowing like artificial gods. Marge tries to talk to Homer, but he's distracted laughing at ads custom built to seduce his brain. Lisa rebels quietly. She walks without headphones. She reads real books. People stare like she's contagious. Meanwhile, Bart hacks into the Mapple network and finds something terrifying: a virtual profile of every citizen. Hopes, fears, insecurities all categorized, monetized, and updated in real time, like livestock tracked before harvest. The company calls it optimizing joy, but what they're really doing is writing scripts for every human soul. One screen even shows predicted rebellions color-coded by likelihood, with Bart marked as a minor threat. That one detail hit me like a prophecy because that's how real systems work now too. Your data isn't just sold, it's weaponized against your choices, your time, your freedom to think. And just like in that episode, no one in town questions it, because questioning slows the connection. Watching it again, I wondered, what if this wasn't The Simpsons mocking us, but warning us? Back at Maple HQ, Homer's movements become more robotic, his laughs feel timed, not real. When he pauses mid-task, a gentle shock buzzes through his chair. Encouragement, they call it. A manager smiles and says, "Efficiency is freedom." But Homer doesn't remember choosing this kind of freedom. Meanwhile, Lisa stares at the skyline full of blinking towers that look more like servers than buildings. "Springfield used to be messy," she says. "Now it's clean and completely unnatural." People speak in slogans now, not because they believe them, but because they're easier than thinking. One woman says, "My phone says I'm calm." Her eye twitches, her voice sounds hollow. Bart digs deeper and finds deleted footage, early objections, rage, even riots, all digitally erased from memory. Reality isn't just rewritten now, it's overwritten, like code swapped while we weren't looking. And right there, in that frame, a single chilling line: "Compliance is the new rebellion." I paused the episode. My hands were shaking. Because we've already seen this begin in real life. Terms of service nobody reads. Filters that edit our faces. Apps that study us better than we know ourselves. And through it all, we keep smiling because it's easier than unplugging from what owns us. That episode made me realize digital slavery doesn't come with chains. It comes with dopamine and convenience. And when you look around your room, you start to wonder, how many invisible chains are already locked? Lisa finally confronts the system not with fists, but with questions the algorithm can't predict. What if we're not meant to be optimized? She asks. What if we're meant to be human? The screen flickers, the lights dim, and for the first time, the digital voice doesn't respond. It's like the machine fears her, not because she's violent, but because she remembers what's real. Outside, the city glitches. Ads vanish. People blink, confused like they've woken from a collective dream. Marge clutches Homer's hand and whispers, "Do you even remember who you were before the screen?" And for 1 second, Homer does. He sees himself laughing not at pixels, but with people. The Mapple Tower powers down. Not with an explosion, but a silence so loud it hums. Bart leaves a message on the final server. Freedom isn't fast. It's messy, and that's okay. The credits roll in the episode, but I sat frozen because it didn't feel like fiction anymore. It felt like someone had traveled through time, wrapped a warning in comedy, and left it for us. So now I ask you, are we still watching The Simpsons? Or is The Simpsons watching us? Every click, every scroll. Are they choices? Or are they code written long before we arrived? Because maybe digital slavery doesn't start with chains. Maybe it ends when we stop noticing them. And if that episode was right, then the next one isn't just animated. It's inevitable.